Errol.
Hello, Javina. How are
Yes,
you?
my name is Jasvina, and I'm the host for your live chat today. And welcome to the live chat with friends series. And we're supposed to have all three of you simultaneously in one screen earlier at about 10 p.m. the US Eastern Time, but unfortunately, Dr. Wesley is not able to join us due to some technical difficulties. So we just finished a live stream with Arthur Donald, Fi Smith, and now we have you for a very quick live stream to talk about your author journey. So, could you let us know briefly about your the journey of your author author journey, what you have published, and yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
I started my author journey back when I finished university. They got to start writing my book in 2002, just before my 38th birthday. Because the first book I wrote about them and us, related to my experience as a former anti-apartheid activist and anti-racist, current anti-racist activist as well. It
Right.
took me 16 years.
16 years to publish this book.
Yes, 14 chapters.
14 chapters.
Yes.
Right. So how thick your book is actually?
Because them and us, it got about more than 10,000 word plus.
Or more than 10,000 word plus. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Because
so the recent book that you published, talk about that. I mean, it's a nonfiction book, so probably you want to explain about that.
Because the ninth self-published book I wrote about the arrival journey, 100 years of British Airways, 1919 to 2019, travel of the future. Because within the next 9 days from now, it will be the centenary year, 100 years of British Airways. Because it was 100 years ago when the first international air flight took place from London to Paris. That took place from London Hounslow Heath to Paris. Back in the day, it used to take 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us why you chose to write about this, and the conception of the idea.
Yeah, because due to the reason I had experience working as a commercial actor, I was working on the Heathrow Airport commercial back in 2017. And however, one of the guys I bumped to, we used to be at same university many 2 decades ago. We were doing the same course, and also saw I came with a very good suggestion of a title called Arrival Journey, 100 Years of British Airways, 1990 to 2019, and Travel of the Future. I've been working on the planning of the idea since 2017. And it took me 12 chapters, and also as well, it took me 19 months to break it down.
Right. So what motivated you to write about this? I mean, what is the message that you would want to tell people out there with the book? I mean, with the 100 years of journey of British Airways.
Yeah, because it is a very unique heritage and history. And recently this year, the Queen opened the museum, the archives. It's been open for the public for the first time. That's another factor.
Right.
And number 2, it let the public know on the airline 100-year history.
So, just very curious. I mean, in what way are you connected with the British Airways? I mean, have you worked in the aviation industry? I mean, what is your background?
Because due to the fact, when I was at university, I did study Introduction to Heritage Studies before I went into university in higher education. Because 30 years ago, when I was 25, I used to work at the Royal Mail Postal Service before I went into further education. Then I went to university to complete my studies. Because when I was at university, I studied Introduction to Heritage Studies. And also as well, I had experience as an actor for more than 15 years, and also I was working with British Airways through the Heathrow Airport commercial, through casting agencies and uh, other agency bodies.
Right, right. So it is all about your indirect experience working with the aviation industry that has motivated
I,
you to
I was working as an actor, because I was doing commercial stuff through for the agency through the Havas network.
okay, right. So all this actually kind of like motivated you to put the heritage down, you pen it down, put it on paper, the legacy of the British Airways for
Yep.
people out there. So yes, so uh, looking forward to the future, right? I mean, that is also one of the aspects that you have mentioned earlier. So, I mean, speaking about 100 years ago and looking forward, so what
Yes.
is, compare and contrast? So, what is actually awaiting for people out there in the future, at British Airways?
Because, for example, they really brought in the introduction of electronic travel, like e-passport, like traveling of the future. Because,
Uh
for
huh.
example, they mentioned about customers coming from international flights,
Uh
um,
huh.
uh, for example, coming from the United States to Britain.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of they using that technology now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, so in the United Kingdom, they already got the biometric technology
Okay.
that related to future after travel.
Right. Okay. So it is a it's a compilation of the transformation that British Airways actually went through for the past 100 years, and also the projection that is anticipated at British Airways. Um, so actually, today's topic, probably the topic that was set, the theme that was set for the interview earlier was actually how do you attract the tribe? How do you attract the unique tribe of your readers? So, speaking about the book itself and your writing journey, so how do you? I mean, you are also running for an author awards, right? So, tell us about that and how do you garner the attention of readers. How has it been so far?
It has been very positive, because I've been interviewed on the internet radio station called Chat and Spin recently, since June this year.
Uh-huh.
Because since then I had my 10th interview last week, August the 10th.
Right. So it has been like broadcasted all over the UK. So tell us about the yeah. Right.
Because I just let you know that I've been talking about my books on various subjects across the board. Talk about other books. I've written stuff about the Royal Mail, 500 years of beginning journey, 500 years of Royal Mail from 1516 to 2016. Because due to the reason the UK was the first country in the world to develop a postal service in the 16th century, for example.
Right. Right. So, yeah. So, speaking about publicity and speaking about the feedback that you've gotten from your readers out there. So, any particular comments or probably reviews that you have obtained so far, and how do you go about creating awareness about your book and also creating a fan base?
Yeah, because since I got publicity for the book, people are learning to know my name even more as well. Because I started coming on the air properly since the start of June this year.
Uh-huh. Right. So, can I say, like, since you mentioned that you've also been an actor for the past 15 years and you've been working with the Heathrow Airport also in the past, I mean, has it helped you in that sense to actually create an instant, you know, awareness about your book. So how has your experience, probably your career, helped you in terms of the
Yep.
publicity for the book?
Due to the fact I've already had support from my old university from Middlesex, and also so I've already been talking to people. I've been to the British Airways Heritage Museum people. They have been very encouraging, and also I've been speaking to business community and public figures like libraries, local authorities. Are just bringing it. Are just taking it forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So it has made your publicity for the book a lot more easier in that sense, right? So
Yes, I just let you know because of the result, I broke into the top 1,000 more than 15 days ago,
yeah,
and it has really helped them.
right. Awesome. That's fantastic. So since you mentioned that you actually a self-published author, speak to us about your self-publishing journey, and how has it been so far in terms of in terms of the process of publishing a book.
Because I found the process much easier and I'm straightforward self published route.
Okay, you find
Yeah,
it a lot
because
more easier.
yeah, it's been straightforward. It's been very straightforward self published.
Right, awesome. So do you have any other ideas for the upcoming books, or you have any plans for upcoming books? And how do you plan to actually brand yourself as an author? Speak to us about that.
Because I branded myself on my journey, and also as well that because I just want to bring the work up there for the public as a self branding author.
Right. Okay. So, in terms of running for an award, probably you want to speak, about that. So, running for the Art Academy Award. So, speak to us about that experience and how has it been so far.
The journey has been very positive. It is a brilliant first submitting my book because I did my entrance at the last minute.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but however, I was very surprised on August 1st when I was put forward because I was so impressive with my content of the book and the layout.
Okay. So, I think it is a really, an interesting exposure for you, and probably a pleasant outcome with all the exposure, probably publicity that you're getting for your book from this book nomination. So, when is the final selection of the? Because you're running for a non-fiction category, so speak to
Uh,
us about when is the next selection of
because
yeah.
voting goes on until August the 22nd.
Okay, right. So we have like 6 days more to go in that
Yep.
case, right? So and then they will stream down to the next 500. How does it work?
It break down into the top 10 of different categories. They break it down into the different categories.
Oh, top 10. So it's from 1,000. It will be narrowed down to the top 10.
Yes, because they're going to break it down into the categories. The categories.
Uh-huh. Right. So that's really interesting to hear, and I wish you all the best in that journey of of you entering this running for these author awards actually, and
Yep.
I think that Author Academy has been doing a really good job in terms of
Yep.
publicizing authors' work, and it is definitely one of the most prominent author awards out there for in the book publishing industry. And uh, what is the message that you would want to get across to your readers out there before we actually end this short interview series with you? What is the message that you want to send across to your readers out there?
I like them to visit the website of www author.com slash sorry, www.amazon.com/author. Then you find my name, ERROL, Errol Baptiste, and you can check the book out on Amazon as well.
Correct. Yes, awesome. So the link is actually on your website as well. Do you have a website where people
Yes, I
can
have.
actually follow you?
And also they can find further information on the website on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Aerobaptist2. It relates about arrival journey, 100 years of British Airways.
Right, awesome. So, yeah, actually, I have the link here, and I'm gonna post it on the comment. Right, so that is the one. Right, this is the one.
Yep.
Yes. So this is the link to your Amazon,
Yep.
and basically, I mean, those who are watching this interview, they can head on to that link to learn more about your book. And I think it is an incredible introduction, probably the blurb you have over there, to learn more about the technology, how the technology has robustly changed, or probably robustly advanced in the past 100 years. So those who are in the aviation industry, or probably those who would like to learn more about um, how technology has
Improve.
really helped the British Airways to improve the past 100 years. I think this non-fiction book would be really interesting in terms of understanding more about the technological changes, and also the culture, as well as the um, heritage of British Airways itself. So, thank you so much for joining us today. Actually, for a very short period of time, we're
Thank you very
supposed
much.
to we were supposed to have you earlier, but nevertheless, I'm so glad that you're able to come online,
Yeah, thank you.
despite having some
Technical
technical
problem.
difficulties. So thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you all the best for your author journey, and probably the next upcoming books. If you have any ideas of writing the subsequent probably series, yeah. So if you have any other ideas of writing books, I am also extending my best wishes for you for that. And
Thank you.
thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Errol. Speak to you probably if we have any other chance of coming on screen again. We will chat again. Right.
Yes,
Thank you so
definitely.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Right, that's it. Thank you. I'm out of here.